and take. No more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Oh, hey everyone. Good to see each and every one of you. YouTube trying to play with me over here. Sorry, D. It kept posting the same thing. I'm like, no. I said Goldie, not D. And it just kept, I finally had to log out and log back in. YouTube trying to play with me. But, I love each and every one of you. Thank you, Darlene, Tracy, D, Gator Girl, Chris, Carrie, Susan, Bitbot. Thank each and every one of you. Priscilla, hey. Yeah. I think them and Russia's in cahoots together. I'm going to have to love on YouTube a little bit more. I've been ignoring YouTube. I guess I need to show them some love. Guess me and YouTube's going to have a talk. Oh, you did, Chris. Good job. I have two. Well, I haven't been I've been listening to it. So how's y'all's day been? Everybody tell Susan happy birthday over on Rumble. She can see you. I got that little screen there so she can see your messages. But everyone, give Susan a big hug for her birthday. We love you, Susan. I hope you had a great day. Well, I'm glad you had a great day, Priscilla. I hope each and every one of y'all had a great day. Hey, Mel, good to see you. Cindy messaged me right before I got on and said that she's running a little bit late. She's in traffic, so she should be coming in a little bit. But I love each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all know that. I had a pretty busy day. Kind of frustrating, but kinda it worked out in the end. At the end, I was kind of happy. But I worked this morning, got off around noontime, came home, threatened Sky no climbing trees. That if she did tomorrow, we wouldn't go to the park. So she was playing, she was being good, and next thing I know, my lawnmower stopped working. I was like, "Oh crap!" And it was the belt again. So my neighbor Nathan, the one that y'all prayed for over the cancer that's in remission, he was doing his walking because he walks, and he seen me. Well, I wasn't being too nice. I was sort of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the lawnmower, and he walked over and he says, "What'd you do this time?" I said, "I didn't do nothing." He said, "Yeah." He says, "That's what they always say." Hey, Party Bonza, good to see ya. Love ya. And I said, "I believe it's the belt again." And I looked down. Well, I knew it was because the belt was laying on the mowing deck. I said, "Well," I said, "I broke another belt." And we went to the store and got another one, and he put it on. And then I finished mowing. And then I fixed Sky some supper. And then my uncle that lives at the beach, Charlotte, he came up, him and his wife, Tina. Her name's Tina too, which Guy don't call her Tina. It's T. Sky calls her T. But she came up. And I have no idea what that said. I'm sorry. Hey, your name's Nathan. You're not my Nathan, because my Nathan wouldn't come in doing all that. So, thank you, darling. Let me see. After that, it was already 8 o'clock. I said, "Oh crap." So, I've had a busy day, but a good day. Oh, so you just trolling? We'll let you hang around as long as you don't say anything rude, but if you say anything rude, you'll be out of here, because we're a family channel. And we love each other, and we don't put up with that. We'll pray for you if you want us to. Alrighty. I don't have too much news. Y'all keep your eyes open. Let me go to the news clips I got. I don't have much because, like I said, I was kind of busy, but I did find some. So let's go ahead and do the headline news, get that out of the way. And then we got Johnny pulling April Fool's tricks on people. And then we got a baby Trump. So, and then we should be about time for the national anthem. I know, D. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They're acting funny. Like I said, it kept repeating what I typed you and wouldn't let me finish typing out Goldie on the end of it. It just kept sending the same thing over and over. But here's the Fox's headline news.
Good evening, I'm Bill Malugin, and this is your Fox News report. A search and rescue operation now underway after an American fighter jet went down in Iran. One pilot rescued, but another crew member is still missing. It's not clear if the F-15E jet was shot down or crashed. Iran is offering a bounty for the capture of any crew members. This is the first time the U.S. has lost an aircraft in Iran during the war, which began more than a month ago. Israel has paused airstrikes in the area and is helping in the search. And a U.S. A-10 Warthog aircraft was also hit by Iran today. Soaring fuel prices are extending beyond the gas pump. Amazon is adding a temporary 3.5% fuel and logistics surcharge on third-party sellers starting April 17th. And in the skies, United Airlines is hiking its checked bag fees by $10 to $50. Artemis 2 on course to loop around the moon early next week. The 4 astronauts are on track to travel farther into space than any human in history. And take a look at these new images of Earth taken from the spacecraft's window. This is the first crewed lunar mission in more than 50 years. And Pope Leo beginning his first Good Friday ceremony by laying down on the floor of the Basilica. The American pontiff also carried the wooden cross through all 14 stations in the way of the cross, a first in decades. In Washington, I'm Bill Malugin. Have a great night.
Yeah, Nathan, Iran's messing around and they're about to find out. I have a feeling. Okay, let me see. Y'all, I am playing nice. I have no idea, but I'm trying to be nice. So, y'all know what to do. Okay, let me see. Here's Johnny. He's in New York and he's pulling April Fool's jokes on people. I don't know where Chris is at. He jumped boat. He jumped the boat. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go with Johnny. And then the last one will be Baby Trump. There he is. There's baby brother.
Yesterday was April Fool's Day, so we sent Johnny out with fake news. Watch.
I'm sure you heard about the war in Iran.
Yeah.
President Trump knows how to end it. He says he's going to buy Iran and make it the 51st state.
That.
Oh, God, that's dumb.
Leave Iran alone.
Trump is money hungry.
Where were you when you heard this news?
At my gate at the airport.
I was at home with a friend, and my mom actually called me.
What'd your mom say?
She was just like, we have to keep an eye out for this.
I was at home in my living room.
What channel did you hear that on?
ABC channel.
Who was the news anchor reporting that?
Stephanopoulos.
George Slopadopoulos.
The Democrats. They're lobbying the NFL to create a women's team.
I don't see why it's a bad idea.
If you're committed to inclusion, be committed to inclusion.
Women should do it. Y'all should play football.
I did hear about that, and we had a discussion.
Who'd you tell?
My girlfriend.
Gator
I was
girl.
like, dude, you gotta sign
Love
up.
you.
What'd she say?
She said, if you're my cheerleader, then I'll join.
Give me a C. Give me a... All right, I got it.
You remember Elon Musk?
I love Elon Musk.
He just announced that he got an alien pregnant.
He named his child an equation, so that tracks.
If it's possible. Why not?
That's exactly what he did.
He did. I'm dating you.
I told one of my friends, my girlfriend, like, yeah, right. And they're like, really? Alien?
What's your girlfriend's name?
My name is Jackie.
Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie?
Have you heard about the scandal with the new Bachelorette?
Hell yeah, you're talking to the right person.
Well, then how'd you feel when they announced the new Bachelorette, Sydney Sweeney?
Her manager needs to be fired.
I saw people reacting to it.
What were people's reactions?
Some people really hate it, and some people like, oh, you're mad at her for saying the whole thing about the jeans.
The new Bachelorette. Okay.
All the men like her because she has two really beautiful eyes.
I do.
Jeffrey
you,
Epstein,
darling.
found alive in the British Virgin Islands.
I did hear that one.
Duh.
How long ago did you find out this?
Maybe yesterday.
He should be in prison. I did see that. I did see that.
Where have you heard this news?
I heard this actually at my home with my grandmother.
What was your grandma doing when you guys heard this?
We were cooking.
President Trump just announced the other day that he's redecorating the Statue
Thank
of
you,
Liberty.
Chris.
He wants to make her more attractive.
Kind of a waste of money.
Seriously, like there are people dying everywhere.
Trump is from New York, so he thinks he has some claim over this, but he definitely does not.
It should just be left alone.
He said he wants to put her in a pink top and blue jeans.
That's weird.
He said she's a French 4, and he wants to bring her up to a New York 10.
Is that not the same thing?
If she can get the paintwork and a drop, go for it.
Where did you read about this?
The newspaper.
Zoran Mondani. He says he's slapping a tax on texting, 25 cents a text to help the homeless.
Was it last week sometime? I don't even recall. My kids they text a lot, and I maybe told them about it. That's a lot of tax for just a single text.
35 cents for the rich.
The rich are getting some more tax.
So now it's better.
It is better.
I'm not really on my phone like that.
Chris.
I'm more
She
about
said come to
$1 per
Rumble.
phone call.
$1 per phone call.
There is an
Throw my phone away.
over there.
Feel free to throw a snowball at me.
April Fools.
It was all. Shut up. It was not April Fool's. You were just saying this all just. Okay.
You got me.
I'm sorry, Mama.
I look like a idiot.
Oh,
That's because of that. I'm gonna have to see me strangling you.
do you know who I am?
No.
Here's Johnny.
She's a friendly lady.
There you go, Johnny. That's Johnny.
That would be something I would do.
More prime time straight ahead.
Yep, everyone of them believed all them lies. Hey, Gator Girl. Welcome back. Just in time to see your baby Trump. Okay, this is baby Trump because he's upset over the judge trying to stop his ballroom. So he's venting to Biden. Baby Biden.
Hey, fella, you look a little sad today. What's going on?
I'm not sad, Joe. Okay? I don't get sad. I fired sadness many years ago, and I refused to let him come back. So I'm not sad. What I am is frustrated.
Huh? Well, why did you get fumigated for?
Not fumigated, you lunatic. Frustrated. Okay? It means I'm not happy.
Well, what's bugging you, pal?
What's bugging me, Joe, is all these very low IQ judges that we have all over the place. They're a disgrace to our wonderful country. They just blocked the construction of my amazing ballroom.
Is that all? That doesn't seem all that bad. I never had any balls when I was president. Nobody even noticed.
Everybody noticed, Joe. You were such an embarrassing, ballless president. That's why people laughed at you and thought you were pathetic. You were a president with no balls. It was not good.
Oh, come on, man.
I don't think we need balls Trumpy. You know, us Democrats, no kings protest was so successful. I think our next one should be a no balls protest. What do you say to that?
Gavin, you're such a radical moron. Us Republicans already had a very successful no balls protest. It was when we got men thrown out of women's sports, and I don't think you maniacs understand, for 150 years, presidents always wished that they had balls, and none of them did, okay? So now I'm trying to make it so I'll have the most impressive balls that anybody's ever seen, and these radical judges don't like that.
Oh, so they're trying to bust your balls?
That's right, Joe. They want me to be a ballless loser president like you and Barack Hussein bin Laden.
But just think about how crazy this is. The United States will finally be respected because their president will have amazing, very high quality balls, okay? And these judges hate America so bad they want other countries to laugh at us.
Well, Trumpy, I had a few balls in the Oval Office when I was president, if you catch my meaning.
Bill, just try and get a hold of yourself, okay?
If we are finally going to have balls, we should charge people to show up, then we can funnel the money to Somalia, and everyone should get complimentary tampons.
Tim, in no universe will you ever have balls, okay? You're a very stupid man.
So what do you think's going to happen, man?
Well, Joe, I'm going to appeal and hopefully win. And once I do, I'm going to have the largest, most spectacular balls that anybody's ever seen. People won't even believe the size of my balls. They will say, Mr. President, you have the greatest balls in history.
Bless them. Oh, man. I don't know how the ballroom turned into that. I have no idea how they done that. Alrighty, let me see. We got 5 minutes, so let me see. I can play this little video. Way to go, Cindy. You made it. Okay, I'm going to start this little funny video, but when it's 1 minute, I'm going to stop it. It should be just about over with, but it's just practical joke things that I had before. So when it gets 1 minute, I'm going to stop it. So we'll see.
Thinking about your attitude. Stop making that attitude even more worse in me. That doesn't mean you just say no. We're not buying
Right there, Sky.
clothes.
I didn't say that. I said I'd buy you clothes when you grow out of your old ones.
I've grown out of these, and I'm anyways in size 9 now.
Are you?
Yes. So you gotta start buying me. You gotta start thinking about your attitude and start buying me new stuff because you said really in summer you would.
Say mommy. Say Blippy. Say mommy. Say daddy. Say Blippy. Say mommy. Say daddy.
Why can't I fill it up?
Because Dad can always fill it up.
What? I can fill it up?
You can't, you're a girl.
Why can't girls do it?
Because boys can only do it when the Saturday drink that. But Saturday, that's yucky. But you shouldn't do that. That's
Thank you,
rude.
Chris.
What?
Please try to keep your trash off of my closet floor, okay?
Okay. Was there trash in there?
Yes.
There was trash?
Tape.
Tape.
Trash tape.
Oh my goodness.
And I went and threw it away.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's why I said try to keep your tape, even if it's trash, off the floor, okay?
Okay, got it.
If y'all have a little thing that I could help mix with, I could go even faster if I have a thing mix.
A mixer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing mixer thing. We do it old school.
But I don't do old school because I'm not old.
Yep, that's Sky, all right. Sky must have been teaching. teaching them kids. I thought that one got rid of. Okay, 3. Wait, nope. I jumped the gun. Getting ready to jump the gun. Chris, didn't you take care of that one? I thought you did. For good. 3, 2, 1. USA. Something suspicious is going on over on this side. Over here. Number one, I could have swore it said that Chris took care of that one. And number two, StreamYard was lagging and YouTube and Rumble was on time from what I'm looking at. It's weird. Thank y'all. Okay. Now for our, please keep the two Air Force pilots in your prayers tonight. That they thought, like Fox said, when that report was made, that they had only rescued one, but I've heard reports that they've got both of them, but I'm not for sure. So just keep both of them in your prayers, and let's do the tribute to our soldiers that gave the ultimate sacrifice for us.
Photographs and the
are people that are.
Thank you, Party Bonza. Yeah, fighter jet went down in Iran, and Iran's government, or whatever you want to call them, has got like a bounty on them. There's 2. They rescued 1. Some report says that the other one's found, but then some says he or she isn't. So just keep them both in your prayers. All right. Now for the life stolen by the illegals.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? Yeah, 'cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing and the angels quiet, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. So tell me, what do you do up in heaven? Are your days filled with love and light? Is there music? Is there art and invention? Tell me, are you happy? Are you more alive? 'Cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing and the angels quiet, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing and the angels quiet, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. Since you've arrived.
Okay. For our soldiers, thank you for your service, and God bless you. And for the ones that their lives was stolen, God bless you and rest in peace. And we'll always keep both families in our prayers. Okay. Now, we got Deuteronomy. Okay, here's the next book. I give up on these. Okay. And this will help us with the quiz. We only got like 5 questions left on numbers, quiz questions, and then we'll go to the next one. So here's the little short video that Dave put in chat. If you didn't have time to watch it, we'll watch it right now to help us with the questions for it.
The book of Deuteronomy is the 5th book of the Bible and the final book of the Torah. After the exodus from Egypt, Israel was at Mount Sinai for 1 year, entering into a covenant with their God. And then they had the disastrous road trip through the wilderness, and the Exodus generation disqualified themselves from entering into the land promised to Abraham. And so Deuteronomy begins with Moses standing in front of this new generation, explaining the Torah. And it's from here that the design and purpose of the book unfolds. Deuteronomy is a series of speeches from Moses where he's calling the next generation of Israel to be faithful to the covenant with their God. At the center of the book is a collection of laws, which are the terms of the covenant between God and Israel. Some of the laws are new, but many are repeated from the laws given earlier at Mount Sinai. And that's actually where this book gets its name, from a Greek word deuteronomion, which means a second law. Now, surrounding these laws are 2 outer sections of Moses' speech. Each of these are broken up into 2 parts themselves. Let's just dive in and we'll see how this whole thing works. So Moses first of all summarizes the story so far, and he highlights how rebellious the previous generation was, in contrast with God's constant grace and provision in the wilderness. And God did bring his justice on them, yes, but he did not abandon his covenant promises. After this comes a series of very passionate sermons where Moses calls on this new generation to be more faithful than their parents were to the covenant. He reminds them of the 10 Commandments, and then the centerpiece of this section is the famous line called the Shema. Moses says, "Listen, Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone, and you shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might." This became a very important daily prayer in Judaism, and it brings all of the themes of the book together. So the word listen, or Shema,
Okay,
in
D,
Hebrew,
be
it means
safe.
much
Praying
more
for
than
you
just
and
to
Goldie.
hear. Its meaning includes responding to what you hear, or in English we would say obey. And the word love in Hebrew also means much more than just an emotion or feeling. It's about a decision of wholehearted devotion to God that involves your will and your emotions, your mind and your heart. Now, for Israel, their obedience and devotion to God served a much larger purpose. Obedience to the laws is going to make Israel a unique people among the nations. Just like God said at Mount Sinai, they will become a kingdom of priests. And Moses now says, how? Israel has the chance, by following the laws, to show the whole world the wisdom and the justice of God. The other key idea in the Shema is that Israel was called to obey and be devoted to the Lord alone. Or literally, in Hebrew, it says, the Lord is one. Now, in context, the point is that the Lord is the one God Israel is to worship and obey. Israel's about to go into the land of Canaan, where people worship idol gods that represent all different aspects of creation, the sun, the weather, sex, and war. And in Moses' view, worshiping these gods degrades humans and destroys communities. But worshiping the God of Israel, who's the creator and the redeemer, that will lead to life and blessing. And so we come to the large collection of laws at the center of the book. And they're roughly arranged by topic. So the opening section is about Israel's worship of their God. They were to have one central temple where one God would be worshipped. And also, God was to be worshipped in Israel's care for its poor. So, for example, all Israelites were to set aside 1/10 of their annual income to be given to the temple. But another 10th was to be set aside every 3 years and given to the poor. And these are the kinds of laws that put Israel on the cutting edge of justice in comparison to their ancient neighbors, and it was all bound up with their worship of God. The next section outlines the character qualities of Israel's leaders. So the elders, the priests, the kings, these were all placed under the authority of the covenant laws, which God said that he would enforce by sending prophets to keep the leaders accountable. So in contrast to Israel's neighbors, where kings were thought of as divine and a law unto themselves, Israel's leaders were subordinate to the law and the prophets. Following this is a large section of laws about Israel's civil life, so rules about marriage and family and business, and also about social justice, about their legal system and how it was to protect widows and orphans and immigrants. And then these are concluded by more laws about worship. Now, here's some tips for reading all of these laws. Remember, first of all, these are the terms of the Sinai covenant given specifically to ancient Israel, living in a culture that's very different from yours. And so, too, it's not going to be helpful to compare these laws with modern laws from a very different culture. Rather, these were given to set Israel apart. And so we need to compare these laws with those of Israel's neighbors, like in Assyria or Babylon. And when you do that, all of a sudden laws that seemed harsh or bizarre become much more clear. You see that God is pushing Israel to a higher level of justice than was ever known before. And so finally, try to discern what core principles of wisdom or justice underlie any particular law, and you'll discover some really profound things. So here's an extra credit assignment. Go see how Paul the Apostle does this very thing in his first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 9, and he quotes a law from Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 4. It's really interesting. So back to Moses. After he goes through all of the laws, he issues a final challenge that Israel should listen to and love their God. He first issues a warning and an ultimatum. If Israel listens to and obeys their God, everything's going to go great, lots of divine blessing. But if they don't listen and rebel, famine, plague, devastation, and ultimately exile from the land. And then Moses forces a decision. He says, "Today I set before you all life or death, blessing or curse, goodness or evil. So choose life by loving the Lord your God and listening to him." But then Moses says this. He says, "I know that after I die, you're going to rebel and turn away from God and end up in exile." Which is kind of a downer. But then again, he's been with these people for decades, and it becomes clear that his hopes are not very high. But all is not lost, Moses says. One day, when Israel is sitting in exile, at any point, Moses says they can turn back to their God, who will, in his words, circumcise your hearts so that you may love him with all your heart and soul and live. Now, this is a vivid metaphor that's saying something is fundamentally wrong with Israel's heart. It's stubborn and hard. And it's the same thing wrong with the heart of all of humanity. This is going all the way back to the rebellion in the garden. Humans seized autonomy from God. They wanted to define good and evil for themselves, and they ruined God's good world as a result. But one day, Moses says, God is going to do something to transform the hearts of his people so that they can truly listen to and love God from the heart and be led back to true life. And this is the promise that gets picked up by the later biblical prophets, Jeremiah and Ezekiel, the hope for a new heart. So Moses ends his speech with a poem of warning and then of blessing, and then he walks up onto a mountain and he dies. And so the Torah draws to a close. All of the major plot tensions of the biblical story are in place, but left totally unresolved. So when is the descendant of the woman going to come and defeat evil? Or how is God going to rescue the whole world and bless all nations through this family? And how can God's holiness be reconciled with people who are continually rebellious? And how is God going to transform the hearts of his people? You just have to keep reading to find out. But for now, that's what the book of Deuteronomy is all about.
Well, that was a whole lot packed into that book. Okay, let me see. So, Chris, you studied, huh? Oh, Cindy. Okay, Chris. Let's see what our studying done for us. I think Cindy didn't study. She said she's toast, so she may have not studied. So let me see. Let me find it. Oh, this is we're going to finish up Numbers, and then we'll go to that one. So, here we go with Numbers.
The Levites, who had no land inheritance, received the tithe as a portion dedicated to God, allowing them to devote themselves fully to spiritual service. Numbers 18:21-24. This arrangement highlighted that their calling was to serve God and lead Israel in worship, rather than accumulate land. By providing for the Levites through tithes, God demonstrated his care for those who serve him. This structure reminded Israel that their resources were ultimately under God's control. It also taught that supporting spiritual leadership was a shared responsibility. The Levites' role as spiritual guides reinforced that true wealth is found in God, not possessions.
Okay. The next question. Well, just a second. Okay. Can you hear me?
Who, me or who?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean, everyone can hear you.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Here we go. All right. That's big, so it's bigger.
Side cities of refuge, and who could seek refuge there? A. Criminals hiding from the law. B. Anyone in need of a safe place. C. Those who accidentally killed another. D. Political refugees.
This one's hard. I guess I would go with B. B. But I don't know. Oh, accidentally killed another.
Well, I don't. If you need a city for that, it's a lot of people. I'm gonna go with. Go ahead.
I was going to say, who would accidentally kill? I mean, most people does it with intention because they're trying to harm you.
Tina.
So accidentally.
It's probably going to be the answer.
I'm going to go with B. I'm going to go with B. Forget it.
Okay.
Okay. Chris says B. Party Bonza says C. Cindy says B. Gator Girl says D. Darlene says D. And Priscilla says B.
Susan says B ? And I'm going with B.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Let's see.
Tracy has D.
Tracy D.
The correct answer is C. Those who accidentally killed another.
Oh no.
The cities of refuge
Way to
provided
go,
sanctuary for those
Bonza.
who unintentionally caused another's death, protecting them from revenge until they could stand trial. Numbers 35:11-15. This law balanced justice and mercy, ensuring that innocent blood was not shed in retaliation. The cities highlighted God's concern for both justice and compassion. They underscored the importance of discerning intent and avoiding unnecessary bloodshed. This law reminded Israel of God's justice system, which values truth and fair treatment. It emphasized the sanctity of life and God's desire for mercy. Question 17.
It would be.
What was the purpose of the trumpets Moses was commanded to make, and how were they used? A. To signal festivals and war. B. To summon the Levites. C. To announce holy days only. D. To celebrate new harvests.
I read this one. I know this one. I think A, when they was getting ready for battle, for war, they would. So, I think A. Let me see. Chris says B. Party Bonza says A. Cindy says A. Gator Girl says A. Tracy says A. Priscilla says, yeah, A. And Darlene says A.
All right, birthday girl picked A, and I'm going to pick A.
Okay, the answer is.
The correct answer is A. To signal festivals and war. The silver trumpets served as a communication tool, signaling the Israelites for assemblies, war, and festivals. Numbers 10:1-10. These trumpets symbolized God's guidance,
Melanie said
summoning
A.
Israel in unity to follow his commands. They reminded Israel that each movement was divinely directed, underscoring that God was the nation's ultimate leader. The trumpets reinforced Israel's identity as a people on a divinely led journey. In times of battle, they reminded Israel that victory came from God alone. This instrument highlighted the importance of obedience and following God's timing in every step. Question 18. What lesson did the Israelites learn from God's provision of manna and quail in the wilderness? A. God punishes the greedy. B. Obedience brings blessing. C. God provides all needs. D. Excess food is wasteful.
I'm going with D this time. Chris says C. Party Bonza, Party Bonza says C. Cindy says C. I'm switching. I'm going to C. Gator Girl says B. Darlene says C. Cindy says C. Party Bonza says C. Chris says C. And Priscilla says C and A. Melanie says B.
Susan said C, and I'm picking C.
Okay, the answer is, let's see.
The correct answer is C. God provides all needs. Through manna and quail, God taught Israel that he alone could meet their needs, regardless of the scarcity in the wilderness. Numbers 11:31-34. However, their craving for more than God provided led to consequences, showing that excess and dissatisfaction distance people from God. The manna reminded them of their dependence on God and that material abundance does not satisfy spiritual hunger. When they complained, God's provision became a lesson in trust and contentment. This event underscored that true fulfillment is found only in reliance on God's provision. It teaches gratitude and reliance on God's timing and sufficiency. Question 19. Why did the Israelites fail to enter the Promised Land after initially scouting it? A. They were outnumbered. B. They feared the giants. C. They doubted God's power. D. They lacked food supplies.
I'm going with C. We got Party Bonza C. Gator Girl C. Chris C. Darlene C. Cindy C. Gator Girl B. Priscilla C.
Susan picks C, and I pick C.
Giving Mel a second.
Yep.
She comes in at the very end, so make sure she gets in there. Okay.
Tracy came in with a C.
Tracy has a C. Okay. Got 7 seconds. Here we go. Male
No,
with
it's
a
a
C.
The correct answer is C. They doubted God's power. The Israelites' failure to enter Canaan stemmed from their lack of faith in God's promise after hearing the fearful reports of the spies, Numbers 14:1-4. Their fear outweighed their trust in God, leading to 40 years of wandering. Their decision revealed a mindset focused on earthly obstacles rather than divine strength. God's response highlighted that unbelief and fear hinder progress in his plan.
Oh, that's
This
okay,
event
Gator
served
Girl.
as a warning that doubt can separate believers from God's promises. It's a reminder to trust God's guidance even when circumstances seem daunting. Question 20. What was the significance of God instructing Moses to bless Israel with, "The Lord bless you and keep you"? A. To show favor on the Israelites. B. To make Israel a holy nation. C. To reflect God's continual protection. D. To promise future prosperity.
Yeah, I'm picking D.
You read my mind. I was debating between C and D. Let me see. Party Bonza says C. Christopher says D. Tracy says D. Darlene says D. Gator Girl says D. Cindy says C. Tracy says C. So I think majority rules, I'm going with C.
Susan picked D, and I picked D.
Okay. And Mel with a C. Here we go. I believe this is, yeah, this one only has 20. We'll go to the next one.
The correct answer is C. To reflect God's continual protection. God's instruction for the priestly
Sorry,
blessing
Susan.
underscored his desire to keep Israel under his protection and favor, Numbers 6-24-26. This blessing emphasized God's faithfulness, declaring his peace and grace over the people. By invoking God's name upon them, the priests reminded Israel that they were under divine care. The blessing reinforced Israel's identity as God's chosen people, living under his compassionate watch. It's a timeless reminder that true security and prosperity come from God's presence, not human means. The blessing captures God's promise of protection, favor, and peace. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the book of Numbers.
Yeah, the last few was a little tough. All right. Let me see. Okay. Now for the next one. Let me grab it real fast. Okay, Chris, here we go.
Today, we're delving into one of the most
Chris, you're
profound
not
books of
right.
the Bible, Deuteronomy. Known as Moses' final address to the Israelites, this book is filled with laws, lessons, and promises that shape the faith and identity of God's people. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to help us share more biblical content with you. Let us know your scores in the comments. We'd love to hear how well you did. Are you ready to test your knowledge? Let's get started. Question 1. Fill in the blank. Man does not live alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. A. Love. B. Meat. C. Water. D. Bread. You get 10 seconds.
Oh, it's starting off easy.
Yep. I say D. Oh, look, them D's roll in. D's missing this one. Tracy D. Chris D. Gator Girl D. Party Bonza D. Cindy D. Darlene D. Priscilla D. Are you there? Missing my sidekick. Hold on.
I'm here. I got kicked off.
Oh, hold on. Let me remove this one.
StreamYard, thank you.
They
You
do
there?
that. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
You dumped the wrong one, I think.
No, because your microphone's lit up. Check your earbuds. Now, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. Now.
All right, you probably labeled everyone off. Susan picked D and I picked D.
Okay. Here we go. Mel says D.
I can't hear
Phyllis
anything,
says
Tina.
D.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Bread.
Keep getting dumped
That's
off.
D. Bread. In
Why don't you just
Deuteronomy
kick me
chapter
from
8, verse
StreamYard,
3,
please?
this verse highlights the importance of dependence
Okay,
on
hold
God
on.
for spiritual sustenance.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. Hold on. You want me to kick you completely out? Okay. Okay. Here we go. Now.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't need to stop, though. You can keep going. I don't want to slow it down for everybody. We both picked D on. Oh, you already got the answer. Duh. We're good. Let's go.
Not just
Well,
physical
it takes
nourishment.
me a minute. I'm
Jesus
slow.
later
I
referenced
got
this
to
verse
click
during
and
his
click.
temptation in the
I'm
wilderness
slow.
to emphasize the sufficiency of God's word. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Question 2. What false idol did Moses say the Israelites made while he was getting the 10 Commandments? A. The Baal idol.
Okay, Chris.
B. The golden calf.
I'm watching you.
C.
Seeing how
the
many you
Asherah
get
pole.
right.
D. The Buddha statue. You get 10 seconds.
I say B. Chris says B. Paribonza says B. Tracy says B. Priscilla says B. Gator Girl says B. Cindy says B. And Darlene says B.
And Susan says B, and I said B.
Okay, the answer is...
Did we lose Mel?
That's B, the golden calf. Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 16.
Oh, you're welcome,
Moses
Priscilla.
recounts how the Israelites
we love
created a
you
golden
being
calf
here.
while he was on Mount Sinai receiving the 10 Commandments. This act
We
of
love all of y'all
idolatry was a
being here.
grave sin as it demonstrated their impatience and lack of trust in God. Moses interceded on their behalf.
Y'all are helping
And this
me
event
learn.
serves as a reminder
There's
of
Mel
the
with a
dangers
B.
of turning away from God to follow false idols. Question 3. When referencing the Promised Land, Moses and others call it a land flowing with what two food products? A. Milk and honey. B. Salt and pepper. C. Bread and butter. D. Honey and lemon. You get 10 seconds.
I say A. And Gator Girl says A. Darlene says A. Chris says A. Tracy says A. And Party Bonza says A. Let me see. Who are we missing? Cindy says A. Priscilla says A. I think Mel. Her internet may be lagging.
Nope, that's true. Susan says A, and I said A.
Because mine was acting funny earlier.
There's Mel.
Mel with an A. A's across the board. Yeah, I think so too, Cindy.
That's A. Milk
We'll
and
give
honey.
her a little extra
Deuteronomy
time.
chapter 6, verse 3 describes the Promised Land as a land flowing with milk and honey, symbolizing abundance, fertility, and God's provision for his people. This imagery reassured the Israelites of the blessings awaiting them if they remained faithful to God. It represented the fulfillment of his promise to their ancestors, offering hope during their journey. Question 4. What was the penalty for a family member encouraging others to worship false gods? A. Death. B. A fine.
Just the way you said it, right?
Exile.
Yeah.
D. Imprisonment. You get 10 seconds.
I'm going with A. Death.
I'm going to go with C because remember, God is more about life.
Oh.
And this is a family member. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Oh, Susan's
Cindy
going to go.
says C.
Susan's going with A.
Oh. Cindy says C. Chris says D. Paribonza says C. Priscilla says A. Woo! Tracy says C. Gator Girl says A. Melanie says C. And Darlene says C.
Susan, it could be either of those. Yeah, she went from an A to a C question mark.
Oh, man. Spit bite.
Well, no, right. I don't want to be the bad influence. If you think it's A, Susan, stay with A.
I'm playing with you. I thought I had Susan on my side. She just up and abandoned me. Well, it's her birthday.
You know what?
She can abandon me if she wants to. It's her
That's
birthday.
her first. That was her first answer was A.
Okay, here we go. That's right, Priscilla. We know, don't we?
No way.
That's A, death.
Boo!
Moses instructed that if a family
You're
member
right, Susan.
secretly entices others to
Way to
worship
go,
false gods,
Susan.
they must be put to death. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verses
Okay,
6
you
to
got to
Way to
10.
pause
go,
it for
This
Priscilla.
command
a minute
emphasizes the
when he's
gravity of
done. So, I mean, I'm looking at this question again before he gave the answer, going, it's like sitting around the dinner table. You got three conservatives, and then you got a Democrat at the table trying to convince you to be a Democrat. So you should put them to death. You know what I mean? I'm just, forget it.
Yeah. See
Now
what Perry Bonza put
but
about the
you should
Bible
gouge it out.
study.
So we're gonna gouge out that family member. Oh no. Okay, let's keep going.
We don't. They don't play around.
No,
back
they
then.
didn't.
idolatry, as it was a direct violation of God's covenant and a threat to the spiritual integrity of the nation. Question 5. Which of these places did Moses not tell the Israelites to imprint God's words? A, on their hearts. B, on their door frames. C, on their walls. D, on their foreheads. You get
I
10
think I know what I'm
seconds.
going with here.
Going to go with.
I'm with you, Chris. Party Bonza.
Yeah, okay. I'm going with C. Yeah, just go with it. Yeah, those foreheads. Okay, let me see. Chris says D. Party Bonza says D. Cindy says A or D. Priscilla says A. Tracy says D. Gator Girl says D. Darlene says D. And Mel says D. Come on, nobody is going to hang with me?
I said
Okay.
D. Susan's a D question mark.
Okay, y'all go find out right here. I'm going to click it right now. I want y'all to know I know something.
You probably do. You probably studied it. Yep, you did.
That's
Tina
C,
wins.
on their walls. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 6 to 9. Moses instructed the Israelites to imprint God's words on their hearts, bind them as symbols on their foreheads, and write them on their door frames.
Well, they
and
didn't say anything
gates.
about binding.
However, there is no mention of writing God's words on their walls. These commands symbolize the importance
Bind
of
them
keeping
as
God's
symbols?
teachings central in their lives and homes. Friendly reminder.
Congratulations.
Subscribe now to keep up with the latest updates and exciting content coming your way. Question 6. What did God not warn the people their king would accumulate in Deuteronomy? A, wives. B, lands. C, horses. D, silver and gold. You get 10 seconds.
I did not read this, but I'm going with.
My goodness.
I think land, because they was pretty serious about their land. So I'm going to go with land just because. But I don't know. Party Bon, let me see.
Yeah.
Chris says D. Party Bonza says B. Gator Girl says D. Cindy says D. Tracy says D. Melanie with question marks. And Priscilla says, I'm going out B.
Yeah.
Because their land was more valuable to them, I believe, back then. That's what my thinking is. Because that's where they get their food or build their houses on.
Yeah. Susan and I are going with B.
So that's my thought. I didn't read it, but that's my thinking. So, Darlene B. And Priscilla says land. Here we go. It would be for us, Priscilla, wouldn't it? Boom.
Yay.
That's B.
Way to go, everybody.
In Deuteronomy chapter 17, verses 16 to 17, God warned the Israelites that if they appointed a king, he might accumulate excessive horses, wives, and silver or gold, leading him away from reliance on God. However, lands are not mentioned as part of this list. This caution emphasized the dangers of greed and worldly power, urging the king to remain humble and devoted to God's laws. Question 7.
Yep,
What's
Priscilla?
one rule Deuteronomy gives about a body left hanging on a pole after a capital offense?
Oh, Lord.
A. Left overnight. B. Buried the same day.
I didn't
C.
see that.
Burned immediately. D. Displayed 7 days.
That rings a
You
bell.
get 10 seconds.
I say burn the sucker immediately. I say C, because I don't know.
Vlad the Impaler left him up forever.
Why would you want to display him for 7 days? No,
I
and the
don't
heat
know.
is
I
gonna
don't. I
stink.
honestly don't listen to me. I'm just saying that rings a bell, and that's why I'm going with D.
Well,
But again,
I'm going.
remember. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm going with C because I say burn.
Okay.
Okay. Tracy says D. Chris says B. B was B. Buried the same day. Tracy says D. Priscilla says D. Party Bonza says B. Darlene says D. And Gator Girl says D.
Susan said D, and I'm picking D.
And Cindy
corrected the B.
says B. Don't follow me because I didn't see this one when I was reading. So I don't know.
Well, hold it. Let's.
Huh?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, what was you going to say?
No, Susan said they took Jesus off the cross when he had passed.
Yeah.
And then with Cindy coming back, know that it's B. Yeah, we're talking crucifixion versus the times of Deuteronomy. I don't know what that means by hanging a body on a pole. But anyways, I'll stick with my answer. But I'm just interested in the different takes here. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want to stall people's game.
Yeah, Chris says he doesn't remember reading it neither. Hey.
Good job.
Everyone said B.
That's B. Buried the same day. God commanded that a body left hanging on a pole after a capital offense must not remain there overnight. Instead, it must be buried the same day to avoid defiling the land. This rule reflects the sacredness of the land God gave Israel and underscores the principle of justice tempered with
they
respect
really
for
cared
human
about their
dignity.
land.
even for those punished for crimes.
Wonder what would they think about
Deuteronomy
these
chapter 21, verses 22 to 23.
Yeah, Susan, you get credit.
articles fine.
Question 8. What was the name of the mountain where Moses said he received the 10 Commandments? A. Mount Sinai. B. Mount Ararat. C. Mount Zion. D. Mount Carmel. You get 10 seconds.
I say A.
Yep, Susan, you get credit for the last question. You had credit. I mean, you had the concept.
Chris says A. Priscilla says A. Darlene says A. Party Bonza says A. Tracy says A. Gator Girl says A. And Cindy says A.
Susan says A, and I said A, and Mel.
That's what I was waiting on. That's why. Okay, Mel, I'm going to start the clock and we'll see. She always comes in because she's lagging.
There she is with A.
Hey, Mel. Told her in 2 weeks.
That's A. Mount Sinai. Moses received the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai, as described in Exodus chapters 19 to 20 and Deuteronomy chapter 5. This sacred mountain is where God made his covenant with Israel, giving them the law to guide their lives. The event marked a foundational moment in Israel's history, emphasizing obedience, holiness, and their unique relationship with God. Question 9. How old was Moses when he died? A. 98. B. 100. C. 110.
Oh, Lord.
D. 120. You get 10 seconds.
Okay, now, I know they lived over 100. So it has to be either C or D, but I don't know which one. So I'm going to go with the
I'm picking
chat
D.
on this one. You're picking D?
Picking D.
Chris says D. Tracy says D. Priscilla says wow. Darlene says D. Party Bonza says D. And Alexa says 120. Cindy said, "You're cheating, Cindy. Not fair." Katie Girl says D. I guess I'm going with D. Mel, take care of your sister there. Take care of my light work. She's cheating.
Susan said D, and I picked D.
I'll be lucky to hit 60. Okay, here we go. Mel with
No,
D.
D.
Cha-ching! Way to go, everyone.
That's D. 120. Deuteronomy
Okay, Priscilla.
chapter 34, verse 7.
Let us know when you're
Moses
back.
is recorded as being 120 years old at
Got
the
about a
time of his
minute.
death. Despite his advanced age, the Bible notes that his eyesight was still clear and his physical strength remained intact. This remarkable detail underscores Moses' extraordinary
Chris,
life
don't
and
even.
God's sustaining power as Moses fulfilled his mission to lead Israel to the edge of the promised land.
Boy, you just don't know what
Question
you
10.
get in the mail.
Who replaced Moses as the leader of the Israelites? A. Caleb.
Priscilla, 120.
B. Aaron. C. Joshua. D. Gideon. You get 10 seconds.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I read this, and for
Yeah,
some
we
reason,
had this the other day.
Joshua, I believe C. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks right for it. for it. Chris says B. Gator Girl says B. Party Bonza says C. Priscilla says B. Darlene says C. Tracy says C. And Gator Girl says C. Mel says B. Yeah, Priscilla, he was 120 years old.
Cindy said C. And Susan said C, and I picked C.
Okay. Here we go. C.
That's C. Joshua. Joshua was chosen by God to succeed Moses as the leader of the Israelites.
Timekeeper let
Deuteronomy
me down.
chapter 34, verse 9. Moses had
No,
laid
I
his
told
hands
you.
on Joshua, and he was
When?
filled with the spirit of wisdom to
At
guide the people into the
8:59
promised
my
land.
time, I said, we got a minute.
Joshua's leadership fulfilled God's
Oh, I
promise
thought
to
you was
Israel
talking to
as he led the
Priscilla
conquest and
Nope.
settlement of Canaan, continuing
Well,
Moses' legacy of
after
faithfulness and obedience.
right here. Alrighty, everybody. It's
All right,
time
I'm
for me.
disconnecting.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. Love you. Okay, everybody. It's time to call it. We're at number 11. Chris, keep up with that. Keep up with number 11. We'll finish this Sunday. Because, yeah, Sunday. And I love each and every one of y'all. And let me fix it. There we go. And remember, tomorrow night we'll be on Gator Girls. And let me see. Remember Betty and Steve. D, his surgery is April the 30th on his knee, so remember that. And remember Goldie and Dee's dad. Remember Teacup, Bonnie, and both Cindy's. Remember Santa, Jared, Julius. And remember Chris and Carrie for their health. And remember Gator Girl, so she can have her place and be happy. Because we want her happy, because we love her. And remember Tina B, because loss is a difficult thing to cope with. So remember Tina. And if you would, say a little prayer for my dad. And I will see each and every one of y'all tomorrow night. And happy birthday again, Susan. We love you. Hope your day was great. And we pray God keeps blessing you each and every day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Love ya. Oh, yeah. And if God places someone on your heart or on your mind, stop listening to them, because there's a reason, and we may not know the reason, but God knows the reason, and we need to pray. So thank y'all. Love y'all.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking's a straight one, outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town, sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one.